All right, welcome guys to yoga, and I'm going to get you to take yourself down to your mat. My name is Tara, if you don't know me already, but I'm going to get you to come on down to the ground to get started here. We're going to come just over onto all fours to get our groove on here for a beautiful, nice yoga flow class. So separating your knees about hip width apart, and your hands are going to be about shoulder width apart here. So to start off, we're going to just curl the toes and under. Feel that nice, beautiful stretch through your feet. And as you feel that stretch, I want you to think about lifting your pelvis just inward. So think about bringing that belly button to the spine to get started here, and feeling that nice stretch in the toes and in the feet. So staying right here, we're going to take a deep breath in. And as we take that deep breath in, we're just going to push our fingertips into the mat and just hover here, just lift our knees. So we're going to turn on our core just a little bit. And exhale, release down, let those knees touch. We're going to do that just a couple more times here. So take a big breath in. Abs turned on. I have sore abs today. I really do. Feels good though. Let the knees touch with that exhale. And one more time, lifting up, inhale. And gently exhale, let them come down. Flatten out the feet here. We're gonna drop the belly down. Inhale, take a look towards the wall, pushing our hands away from our yoga mat. And as we exhale, we're gonna pull the belly in. And we drop the belly here for an inhale. And we exhale, pull the belly in. Couple more times. Drop that belly. And exhale all of that air out. Last time, drop. Curve that line with your nose. And exhale, pulling in. Coming back to neutral spine. Let's separate our knees as wide as our mat. And just grab your block if you have one. You're just going to send the bum back towards the heels. If you find that your head can't actually touch the mat, you're going to just rest it here on your block. So we're feeling a nice stretch in the back body. You're going to bring your arms out in front. Feeling this nice, beautiful stretch. And I find this stretch, I do this one basically every day, and every day I feel the tension there. So it's a great one to really take on at some point during your day. Take a nice big breath in here, breathing in through that back body, and exhale, letting it go. Couple more times. Settle in with your breath here. And make it feel nice and relaxing with that exhalation. One more time. From here, let's come up onto claw, fingertips. We're going to take it over, just off the mat to the left. Feeling that nice stretch through the right side body. So left hand and right hand off the mat, bringing them both over to the left. Take a big breath in here, letting that breath go. And one more time. Back to center. Taking your time, we're going to come over into the other side. So over to the right. Come up onto your fingertips. Feel that nice stretch in the left side body. And feeling that stretch in the shoulder. This should feel really good. The shoulders and neck hold so much tension that every little bit of stretching that we do really truly helps. And gently bringing it back, just walk back to center. We're going to come all the way up. And as we do, we're going to bring our knees just to about hip width apart. We're going to curl the toes in under, and we're going to push ourselves up into downward facing dog. So let those heels touch if they can. If they can't touch, that's okay too. Let your head drop down, let your heart melt down. Feeling this nice, beautiful stretch through the legs, hamstrings, lifting up through your kneecaps. Beautiful. So that we're kind of in this upside down V in downward facing dog. And now let's take our time and we're going to walk to the top of the mat. So we're crisscrossing over each foot. Take your time, no rush here. Be slow, be mindful, be careful. Just coming here to the top of the mat. A nice generous bend in your knees. Let your shoulders melt down. Let your head become nice and heavy. And just stay here for a few breaths. If you kind of want to play around with your knees and maybe just straighten and bend one leg at a time, just kind of beginning to feel your groove here and just find what feels good in your body. I like to kind of play around like this a little bit first when I start, so that then it kind of gives me the opportunity as we go through to be able to concentrate on certain areas of the body. And as you do that, you're going to bring yourself just back to stillness. If your fingers can't touch, guys, you got your blocks here. Bring your blocks here so that you can kind of rest your hands so that you don't have to bend over as much. Lots of options with the blocks. And now from here, you're going to root both feet into the mat, and you're going to send that heart forward with a big inhale to come up, and both palms kiss. Exhale into prayer pose. Stay here just for a moment. Feel the rooting of your foundation into the earth. And let's just take a little inventory here to get started. Pressing the feet inward, engaging those abdominal muscles, so lifting the pelvis up towards the sky. Shoulders are back and relaxed. Face, cheeks, jaw, nice and soft. And of course, standing tall and lengthening through right from your feet all the way up through your crown. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. So now that we've accomplished that little bit of inventory there, we're going to bend the knees. We're going to send the arms down, palms forward. Inhale all the way up. And let's take it into a forward fold, letting the head drop down. Knees still soft. Inhale into a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, let's come back to plank right here. Knees always an option, of course. Stay here for a couple breaths. Arms straight, lengthen through, head and neck nice and long. Take your gaze slightly forward. And now drop down to your knees. Let the belly touch, elbows in. And inhale into little baby cobra right here. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. You got it. Exhale, fold. Inhale, you can come back up to plank, feet or knees. And then exhale into down dog. Staying right here. Feet flat. Fingertips rooted. Once again, taking the opportunity to just melt your heart down. From here, lift the left leg, bend the knees, send it forward. Coming into a lunge. Take your time getting here. No rush, guys, no rush. Drop that hip flexor down. Feel a nice stretch. But now try not to bring your shoulders up. Still think about lifting that chest and pulling the shoulders back down. Pushing that back heel toward the edge of the mat. And from here, you're going to take that back leg, inhale to send it up. And inhale all the way up. Prayer pose down. Bend the knees, release the hands, take that breath in. And send your heart forward one more time. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we're going to take it back to plank. Once again, feet or knees. Yogi's choice here. Let it be your option. And now take it back into downward facing dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Right leg comes up, bending the knee, take it forward. Here into lunge. Same idea, pulling the shoulders down, chest lifted, take your gaze right towards the wall. Try not to hyperextend that neck, lengthen all the way through. Turn on that core. And what I mean by that, just think about pulling the belly button towards the spine. It provides your stability so that you can do this, all right? You don't have to be actually placing your hands down onto your mat for that stability. Your core can take all of it. It's huge, it's big, it makes up all of our body. So it's a great, great thing to have a strong core. Here we go, back foot comes front. Drop the head down. And from here, you're going to bend the knees, take it all the way up. And you got it, prayer pose down. Stay here, take a couple breaths. Take a few moments here just to tune into your breath, discovering how you feel, and knowing that the road that you're on here today, it's going to be bright. It's going to be shining right at the end. So keep that in your little pocket and carry that all the way through with your practice. Here we go. Let's flow. Bend the knees. Inhale, come up. Trickle those fingertips down. Inhale into a half lift. Flat back here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, taking it back into plank. Stay here. Now, I know you got this. You're strong. You need to be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees down. Let the belly touch, elbows in. This time, upward facing dog or cobra with that inhale. And exhale, release. Inhale, push back up to plank, feet or knees. And exhale, down dog. From here, we're going to send that left leg up. Don't worry about how far it goes. Just send it up. And now from here, we're going to bend that knee and take it in. Arms straight. Strong core. And inhale, send that leg up. And send it all the way forward. And we're going to angle this back foot, squeezing the inner thighs together, coming all the way up into warrior one. Both arms up, chest lifted. Drop it down just a little bit so that you're kind of turning on this inner thigh. Take a breath. Look towards the wall, not the ceiling. Don't want to hyperextend that neck. Take one more breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to straighten this front leg and you're going to take it back into reverse triangle pose. And taking it back up. We send this forearm to our thigh and arm comes overhead, reaching those fingertips all the way out. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Gorgeous. And now coming back up into warrior one. We're going to do that one more time. We're going to get nice and limber here today. So here we go. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And as we take that other breath in, we're going to send one arm back, straighten this front leg, and reverse triangle. There you go. Creating lots of space here in the chest and in your abdominal region. And sending it back, bending that front leg, taking it over into side angle pose. Really anchor this back foot into your yoga mat. Lengthen that arm as much as you can. And now bringing both arms up. And we're going to cartwheel the arms down. We're going to square out that front foot, take it back, plank. Here you go. Stay here for 5. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, down dog. Beautiful. Good for you. Heels touch, or maybe not, but root your fingertips here into the earth. Feel that stability. Feel that grounding. And feel that safeness on your mat. For many of us who are used to a practice, our yoga mat is a very safe place for us. So let yourself work towards that. Yoga every day, yoga every day. Here we go. Send that right leg up. And now send that knee forward. Upper body stays in plank. Inhale, sending that leg back. And now you're going to send that leg all the way through. Anchor on this back foot. Come all the way up into warrior one. I'm just going to turn the other way. Warrior one. Lifting the chest, breathing as deep as you can. Maybe finding that inner diva of yours. And here you go. Take a breath in. And exhale as you come back. Reverse triangle on the other side. Reaching those fingertips all the way out. And now sending this arm back. Reach, 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 reach. Side angle pose. Feel that stability in your foundation. You got this. I got you. And now come all the way back up. Sending it into warrior one. One more time. We're going to do our second round here. Make sure that front knee doesn't go over your toe. Lift up as much as you can. Lengthen through. Take that breath, and as you exhale, straighten this front leg and take it all the way back. Let your chest and heart shine, nice and proud. Bring that confidence to yourself. And sending it forward, side angle pose. Little external rotation in this chest, right here. So try not to collapse down. Keep your gaze just gently towards the ceiling. And gently take it back. And we're going to cartwheel the arms down, take that front leg back. Coming into plank once again. Really shine those heels back towards the edge of the mat, arms nice and straight. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, down dog. Now from here, we're going to come into gate pose. So I want you to take your right leg, bring it up, open up that hip, so bend the knee. Both hands press evenly into your mat. And now we're going to bring that leg forward. Let that foot touch. Come around to the front. Take yourself around to the front. If you want some cushioning for your knee here, you can grab your towel. But we're going to take the left knee down. Right leg comes out. And we just come up right here. So if you want to grab a block or 2 blocks to keep your balance here like this, if you find you can't get your balance like this, bring both arms up. And now let's place our right hand on our right outer thigh, taking it over for a nice side stretch. Standing nice and tall here. Bring that arm back. And we're going to drop this arm down to the floor. You can use your block if you want. And we extend and take it over. Once again, letting that chest shine. Little tiny back bend. Take a couple breaths here. And now push your hand and your fingertips into the block or floor. Then lift yourself back up. Beautiful. Let's come around. Come around front here. Stay on that knee. Let this right foot just come back. Feel a nice stretch in that calf muscle. Breathing into that muscle. And as you exhale, kind of turn on those abdominal muscles. Gently bring that leg in. Take your bum back towards your heels. We're coming into child's pose, guys, right here. Once again, if you want your block, go right ahead. Stay here for a little break. Relax your shoulders as much as you can. And gently bring your hands up. Just take your block and move it to the side. Arms come out in front. Curl the toes and under. Push yourself up with an inhalation into downward facing dog. Left leg comes up, opening that hip. Both hands press evenly into the earth. And now we're going to send that leg forward. You're going to turn around front. Drop the right knee down. If you need to get cushioning here, just grab a towel, flatten out that right foot, feeling nice and stable here in that left foot. Take a big breath in. And as that left arm comes down, we reach over. Nice side body stretch, really targeting through a lot of different muscle groups here today. So just enjoy it. Breathe through it. Take your time. Be kind to your body. And I promise you, it'll be kind back. And taking it back, you want to use that block. You can grab it. If not, that arm comes up. Full body stretch here. Really root that left foot into the mat. Get your stability. One more breath here. And exhale, push into the mat all the way up. And let's turn. Take it over. And we send that left leg back for a nice calf stretch. First thing we tend to do here is to kind of pop up in our shoulders. So think about pulling them down. And gently. Knees come as wide as your mat. And instead of coming into extended child's pose, we're going to come into an extended puppy pose. So hands come out. They may come off your mat. That's okay. And you're just going to send your chest down towards the floor. And let your head touch. Once again, if you need to use your block and you can't get down, go ahead and grab it. Nice stretch for the shoulders. And gently bring the hands back. Push yourself back up. And from here, we're going to take that right leg and bring it in front. We're going to curl the toes and under. And once again, if you need cushioning, I'm going to grab my towel. I always need cushioning here. So if you need cushioning, grab your towel, place it on your knee. Try not to let your knee go over your toe. And if you can reach back and grab onto that foot and get a nice deep quad stretch right here. We're not going to be here long. If you can't grab onto your foot, you can use your strap, or you can just come to lie down on your belly and bring your leg in for a stretch for your quads. I'll just show you if you want. What I mean is that you can just come on down to your belly and grab onto your leg and stretch your calf that way. Sometimes people do find this one a little bit difficult. I've had people say to me in class before, Tara, can you come and give me my leg? Then once they get their leg, they're fine. But sometimes people find it difficult just to reach back and get it. And rightfully so, if you're not used to doing it, that's okay. Take a couple breaths here. I'm just going to send my arm out in front. Just try to lengthen just a little bit more. Couple breaths. Relax your shoulders. Lift your chest. Bring that smile to your face. And then gently release it back down. We're going to come into the other side. Take a little break if you need to. Maybe bump the hips from side to side to create a little bit of a release there. And then when you're ready, you can bring that other leg up in front. You're going to do exactly the same stretch. Curl the toes in under. And then just pop up with your forearm onto your thigh. You can take time to just look back and grab that foot if you want. You can grab it on the inside or the outside, it doesn't matter. Whatever works. But this is a really great stretch because you get nice and deep into that quadricep muscle. And then your arm can come out in front if this feels good for you. Now it requires a little bit of balance. So if you want to have your block right here and place your hand there on the block, you can do that as well. A lot of different options, so just play around with it. And if this is too much for you, then get your belly down to your mat and stretch your quads that way. Stay here for just 3 more rounds of breath. And gently release back down. Taking your time, come back to a seated position here. But let's start first by just bringing our legs out in front and just giving them a little shake. Just a little shake. Maybe move the feet just towards each other. Maybe you want to just massage your legs a little bit. Whatever works, right? Whatever works. Okay, let's bring the feet in. And we're just going to sit here in Sukhasana. If you want to prop yourself up by sitting on your block, you can to lift your hips up a little bit. Sometimes people find that feels really good. But I just want you to stay here, sitting nice and tall. And let's flip the palms. Stay here for a moment. And just tune into not only our breath, but tuning into how we feel. And with the chest lifted, sometimes we can tend to kind of create that tension in our shoulders. I want you to stay lifted through the pelvis, through your abdominal region and your chest, but I want you to relax your shoulders down as much as you can. And ultimately, when that happens, your face tends to become soft. Your lips tend to become soft. And you can either close your eyes here, or you can just keep them open and take your gaze down towards the floor. We're going to join the index finger and thumb together. And we're just going to tune in and connect with our breath to end off here. Take some slow, deep breaths, quieting the mind. Creating some space in our brain to take in more goodness, take in more positivity, possibly more room for friendships, love, laughter, good health, and prosperity. Sitting here, I want you to take in 5 rounds of breath, making space in your chest and in your heart center to be able to accept all of those things. And to add on to prosperity, we're going to add on love and forgiveness. And take both hands together at heart center. And I certainly hope that you have filled your cup with all of those things to move forward and move into a brand new day tomorrow, leading us into the weekend and our fun and adventure. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful evening and a wonderful weekend. Take good care. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.